My name is Valerie Van Heest. I am the president of the Michigan Shipwreck Research Association.
I'm Wendy Holsteg. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams in Holland, and I live in Holland. I'm fortunate enough to live on Lake Mac.
Hi, I'm Ryan Lebster. I live here in Holland, Michigan, on the shorelines of Lake Michigan.
My suggestion is protect your property because to see the decks and the sheds and the homes that are just hanging off the cliffs of Lake Michigan, do what you can to protect it. It's a big investment, but your home is also your biggest investment.
On environmental issues, I do understand that climate change can affect that. I also know that rain can affect that. This particular year's high water levels were due to over rainfall, more than normal this particular spring.
We moved here in November of 2018, and when we first moved here, we would be able to walk around the trees that you can see that are in the water now. So it was immediate. The water just started coming up.
We moved here in 2011, and at that point in time, the water line was much further out. In fact, we measured it that where these stairs are right here, 250 feet further out is where the water line used to be. So as the water has risen, the line has come in further and further.
Many of the shipwrecks we visit are deep, and we need to blend special gases to be able to do that safely. But now with the lake water levels deeper, we have to blend different gases. We have to be prepared that ships we've been on before that were reasonable depth are now just a little too deep for our blend of gases.
It's different for a lot of people who boat in this area because they haven't been able to use the DNR boat launch. So you're seeing a lot more congestion at Dutton Park where they have the public boat launches.
Particularly this year when the water's been so high, it's really affected the boat launching ramps. And we are mobile, we go from place to place, so we're dependent on launch ramps. This year, quite a few of them were closed. A number of them made it rather difficult to launch. You had to put your boat in the water farther, which means your exhaust pipe from your car could be underwater. So there were really a lot of challenges this year. We've looked at lake water levels change on and off over the centuries in Lake Michigan. Thousands of years ago, the lake was 60 to 80 feet shallower than it is right now. So I expect that there will continue to be fluctuations. We can only hope that they will be minor and not major.
We had the seawall put in last year, so it stopped the erosion for us. But it changes on a daily basis, even hourly. Sometimes our neighbor's dock will be underwater. A couple hours later, you can see it again. So it's just crazy how the waves and the wind impact the levels.
We've never had any second thoughts about moving out here to the water, but it did require us to put in some erosion control measures that you can see. We're standing on what's called a geotube. It's a very innovative approach to erosion control. The bottom is engineered so that when the water comes up and rushes up, it doesn't reverberate and erode the soil or the sand below.
On Lake Michigan, people are very hesitant to buy unless they are set far away from the bluff. So I did some checking onto numbers, and the average sale price has definitely been impacted, going down. Longer days on market for people who are trying to sell their home, just because of the unknowns of when are the levels going to level out and when are they going to go back down. Since the beginning of 2020, there have been 9 sales on Lake Michigan under $1 million, which is really unheard of. So you can get a good deal right now for some properties that are set close to the bluff, but it's a big investment and a big risk to take.
I think things that homeowners can do is to build farther back from the water. That's certainly preventative. I think a lot of homeowners, I've been involved in a particular home along Lake Michigan that's had to come up with unique ways of protecting that land. I think we have to recognize that this change is eventual, and we have to prepare for it by building for our future.
It's definitely Mother Nature, and only God knows what is going to happen with our lake levels.